Hey, brothers and sisters, I hope you all are doing well on this Friday. I'd like to take a few moments and consider the Lord's Prayer with you all today. The Lord's Prayer is found right in the center of the Sermon on the Mount. And of course, the Sermon on the Mount is describing the way of life for those who follow Jesus. And Jesus calls his followers to have a greater righteousness than that of the scribes and Pharisees, who, of course, were concerned about outward actions and appearance. Whereas Jesus is concerned about our hearts, our desires, our affections. He transforms us from the inside out. But we don't always wake up desiring Jesus. We don't always lay our head on the pillow at night thinking, how can I please him? Right? We're sinners. We're prone to wander. We're prone to stray. Things of this world take our desires, our affections. So how do we realign, by God's grace, realign our desires back to that of God's? I think one of the ways Jesus shows us is through prayer. And we don't always know what we should pray for or even how we should pray. But Jesus shows us how we ought to pray. And it's the Lord's Prayer. Think of how Jesus modeled prayer for us. He starts off by taking our attention toward God and then things of this world. Things that we need in life, right? He says, God, your name be made holy. Hallowed is your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done. What? On earth as it is in heaven. So when we pray, we're to first think of God and ask that his reign, his rule, it's true in heaven, bring it to earth. And then we move on and we pray for our needs. We pray that we would forgive others as Jesus has forgiven us. And we pray that we would not be led into temptation. Now, there's so many different categories in this prayer that I'm sure there are things that come to your mind that you can pray for. So let me encourage you to pray the Lord's Prayer. You don't have to say it word for word. It's not a magic formula, but it is a model for us to pray that Jesus showed us. And so I want to encourage you, if you haven't memorized this prayer yet, memorize it. If you haven't taught it to your children, teach it to them. And let's be a church who's praying as Jesus taught us to pray and see what he will do in and through us. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.